Please come in.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So, Ms. Swati, is this your first mock?
Yes, sir.
And you attempted, this is your third attempt.
Yes, sir.
Have you appeared in the UPSC earlier?
Oh, yes, sir. Last year I have appeared in the interview.
Okay. How many marks did you get?
151.
151. And you didn't get anything?
No, sir.
Okay. Now you are better prepared?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Tell us something about yourself.
So, my name is Swati Sharma. I am from Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh. I have done my schooling and graduation both from Jabalpur. I have done my graduation in computer science engineering from Hitkarni College of Engineering and Technology and completed in 2019. And since then, I have been preparing for civil services.
Very good. Why did you pursue a career in engineering?
So, after completing my 12th exams, with my parents and my family, and also computer science is a domain which is getting relevant more often nowadays because of the e-governance perspective and the industrial revolution. To better gain insight into such technological development, I decided to pursue engineering.
The question is, why didn't you pursue engineering as a career?
Why I didn't pursue?
Yeah, why you did not? Because you are appearing with the civil services, your core competency is engineering.
So, civil services as a career, I think would offer me a more dynamic and more diverse
That is not the question. The question is, why not a career in engineering? Or in computer science specifically?
So, during my final years of graduation, I found myself more inclined towards civil services. So, that's why I decided to switch my career. I thought with making a career in engineering, I would be contributing towards only one domain, that is technological part.
But that is a very important domain. With the fourth industrial revolution ongoing, we need engineers like you, computer scientists like you.
Yes, sir, but I think in civil services, I would be contributing more meaningfully and I would be more job satisfied while working as a civil servant than as an engineering career. So that's why I have switched.
Okay. You know Mr. Satya Nadella, you know who is he? Microsoft.
Yes, CEO of Microsoft.
Exactly. He was here. He in fact is still here in India. Have you read about what he's been saying, talking about India?
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
Where was he born?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of it.
Hyderabad.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, what kind of movies do you watch?
So, movies basically which are relevant to contemporary issues and social issues. So, I prefer watching those movies.
So you don't watch the fun type of Bollywood movies?
I watch, sir, but I'm more interested in watching social issues and contemporary issues movies. And apart from that, entertainment movies, that are comedy movies and suspense thriller movies, those fascinate me.
Why is it that the South Indian movies are particularly doing better than Bollywood movies, this year at least, last year?
Yes, sir. So I think South Indian movies, first point is they are more rooted in their culture, so people can better relate to their content. So first one is this, and second is the growth of the OTT platforms, which have broadened the accessibility of regional movies, and third is the technological investments that those movies do. So that's why the content and these principles have made popularity of regional movies. And fourth are also some cross-cultural movies, for example, like Bollywood big names and production houses are also getting associated with South Indian movies. That makes them a pan-India film nowadays. And also they are getting relevance at international levels also. For example, RRR movie has been appreciated in the international domain in New York Times.
For the first time, there have been 4 Oscar nominations for Indian movies and documentaries.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of this?
Yes, sir.
Which are those 4?
So first one is a song nomination of movie RRR.
What is the song called?
It's called Natu Natu.
Okay. Have you watched it?
No, sir.
Okay.
So second is a Gujarati movie for international. It is nominated in international best feature film. It's sorry sir, I'm forgetting the name. And two are documentaries.
You don't know the names.
No sir, I have read it. I'm forgetting.
Oh, that's all right. Your father is in business.
Yes sir.
What kind of business?
So transport business, truck.
Transport business. So, there's been this, the government talks about ease of business. Has there been ease of business does your father notice any ease of business in his trucking business?
So there's definitely some form of ease of business in this because of certain initiatives. First one being the FASTag, which have made the movement of vehicles from the toll plazas quite efficient, and the long queues can be avoided. And also second, the PM Gati Shakti scheme that has been announced, that is also aimed to bring efficiency in the infrastructure and the logistical domain.
Now, for businesses, I'm not talking about trucking business now. What more needs to be done to make business more easy?
So first one is the leveraging the use of the technological interventions, which can go a long way to rationalization and simplification of procedures that are there, because getting trade permits, construction permits, and environmental impact assessment permits.
There's a single window system now.
Yes, sir. So
There's a single window system. You go to just one department and that takes care of all the other clearances.
I think a lot of more businesses, especially the startups and smaller entrepreneurs, those are not really aware and not associated with those things. So I think in that domain we should be promoting more. And for second purpose, logistical and supply chain should be enhanced for a better ease of doing business. Yes, sir.
My last question, what do you understand by unicorn?
So with technical, if I go for technical definition, those are the startups which have the worth of $100 billion.
100 billion.
100 billion.
100 billion. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Swati, right?
Yes, sir.
A very interesting depth you have, Swati. You play badminton and your hobby is dance.
Yes, sir.
What kind of dance?
So contemporary dance, basically freestyle.
Freestyle.
Yes, sir.
What is freestyle contemporary dance?
So it's basically not any particular. It's have the liberty to dance whichever way I can.
Mm-hmm.
So in that freestyle.
So basically, if I were to stand here and just move my legs up and down, we all did physical training. Would that be also a freestyle dancing? I just ask you.
No, sir, it should, I think freestyle dance also should employ some grace and expression of one's emotions. So, not any body movement, but a graceful
All right.
body movement.
Have you heard of Natya Shastra?
Yes, sir.
Natya Shastra gives 3 basic elements for any dance. What are those?
So, first one is the Nrita. Nrita,
Mhm.
Nritya, and Natya. In this, Nat basically signifies drama with and storytelling.
What is the third element? Nritya, Natya, and
Natya. Nrita, Nritya, and Natya.
you are forgetting Tal,
Okay, sir.
music.
Okay, sorry, sir.
Okay. Mhm.
Tal. And in Nrita, it employs body postures without any expression. And in Nritya, dance is associated with expression.
Okay. So if I were to do a PT without any Tal or without any rhythm, would you call it dance? Anyway, we will talk about it in your feedback. Now, you have chosen foreign service as your second option.
No, sir.
No? Sorry, my fault. No, fourth.
Yes, sir. Fifth.
But you have, I'm sure that you read a bit about the Indian international affairs,
Yes, sir.
etc., etc.
Yes, sir.
What do you make of today's contemporary foreign policy that we are articulating? Just general impressions to begin with.
So which India is pursuing right now?
Huh?
Which India is pursuing right now?
Yes.
So India is basically right now pursuing the multi-aligned policy where we are associating with various partners, and that also shows in the groupings like India is partner to Quad and SU at the same time. And also it is posturing a strategic autonomy without getting influenced by any power and taking its own stand based on its national interests and its
Okay.
actions.
There is also a statement I hear very often today that India's foreign policy has become very assertive in the recent years. Do you agree with it? And if you do agree, why? And if you don't, why?
So India's policy definitely has become a more assertive over the years because of the requirement and the changing geopolitical and geo-economic circumstances. India is eyeing to be one of the developing countries, and it is sixth largest economy at present. So it is required to
Sixth?
sixth largest.
Okay, carry on.
So it is required to engage more freely to boost the trade, security and defense cooperation across the world.
In that context, what role does G20 play? What role does the SCO presidency play? I keep hearing the newspapers every day that India has become the president of G20. It's a great achievement. SCO presidency is a great achievement. But from the way you tell me, the foreign policy is basically what we do within India.
Those are G20 and SCO are with presidency India gaining in the same year, that itself shows its multi-aligned stance.
First of all, what is G20?
So G20 is a international grouping of developed and developing and emerging economies who coordinate and work for the objectives of trade, security, international relations and various perspectives.
Do you know who the members are?
Oh yes, sir. So there are 19 countries plus one grouping of the European Union, and 19 countries we have USA, Mexico, Canada, and then we have Brazil, Argentina, South Africa, Italy, Germany, France, United Kingdom, and Saudi Arabia, India, China, Japan, South Korea, Indonesia, Turkey,
Right.
and Russia.
Two most important members of G20 are Russian Federation and China. Neither Putin nor Xi Jinping attended the meeting. Why?
Sorry, sir, I am unable to.
Neither Putin, you know who Putin is?
Yes, sir.
Neither Putin nor Xi Jinping attended the meeting. So if they did not attend the meeting, was it successful? And why didn't they attend the meeting?
I think for any grouping to be successful, it is required that all the members should attend it first, because then only a holistic and inclusive stance and cooperation should be attained. So for Putin, I think the Russia-Ukraine war that was going on, and the Western countries that are part of the G20, that they were opposed. So that's why I think first thing that
they were opposed to what?
For the Russia, they wanted a discussion on Russia-Ukraine conflict, so that I think Putin avoided the attending of the summit. And with China also, China's expansionist policies have been attracting the eyeballs around the globe in the South China Sea and India also. So I think that's why, to avoid such discussions, he may not attend. But in Indonesia summit, China's president attended the summit.
All right, one last question.
Yes.
Recently, you know who our minister is, Minister for External Affairs.
Yes, sir.
Who is?
S. Jaishankar.
Dr. S. Jaishankar.
Sorry, sir. Dr. S. Jaishankar.
You know, he's actually visiting some countries at this time.
Yes, sir. He was in Austria.
And he made a very interesting statement in Austria about India-Pakistan.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, no, I'll tell you, not necessarily. Somebody asked him whether, given the kind of tensions which exist between India and Pakistan, they are going to be at war in near future. Do you recall what he said was? What his response was?
Sorry, sir.
He said that the world should be worrying about terrorism rather than war between India and Pakistan. Do you agree with the statement?
Yes, sir. So because terrorism has crossed border is not only the issue of India and Pakistan, but is also prevalent in many countries, including including Afghanistan with the takeover of Kabul by Taliban. So terrorism has crossed border is not only the issue of India and Pakistan. All the countries in the globe are victim to it, including USA, France, and Sri Lanka.
No, so you have answered very well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Swati.
Yes, sir.
Swati, you have done from computer science,
Yes, sir.
but then computer science subject is not there in the optional list.
Yes, sir.
So you zeroed in to sociology.
Yes, sir.
I would like to know your thought process or the way you selected this particular subject in comparison to other options which were available.
So sociology, when I studied the syllabus, I thought would provide me more insight about the sociological institutions that are there, various social processes and the social interaction that takes place. And that will boost my knowledge about the societal domains, and I would be better contributing and would learn how to address people and how to listen to their grievances and solve them. So that's why I switched to sociology.
Public administration also would have been helpful in some way
Yes, sir.
for civil services.
Yes, sir, but as a civil servant, I have to work with the society first. So I think I have to know insights about the society, who should be my preference at that.
Any other reason for zeroing into sociology other than this high ideal that I would need this knowledge later on? Is it not?
So second is
So
being
any practical thinking on that about availability of books or something?
so being from
Alright.
technological domain, I thought sociology would be more easy for me to study. So that's why that is also one of
It's
the
comfortable.
reasons. It's comfortable for me because I have been a technological student and I haven't been a humanities student in school also. So I think sociology would be more convenient and easy for me to study and analyze.
Very good. Very recently, Supreme Court has come out with a new judgment. It says that Article 21 can be enforced against private entity as well. So I would like to know from you that you just think about it, that what are the social implications of private entities being made responsible with respect to Article 21. So you must know what is Article 21,
Yes,
is
sir.
it not?
Yes, sir.
If you know, then you can think about it. Take your time, think about it, let me know.
So first point I would say that it will broaden the ambit of Article 21, which more people give, because they are private institution and all that says the discrimination. So life and liberty are not granted to the individuals, so they would get access, and thus it will promote a more inclusive and will lead to social justice.
Will it not lead to chaos? Suppose I have a private servant at my home and he stays with me, but I don't offer him a blanket, and he says my life and liberty, life at least, quality of life is not good enough, and files a what you call let me say 32 Article 32 petition application in Supreme Court, then where I will stand?
So it will lead to certain chaotic situations, and the litigations and the PILs also will rise. Already there are a lot of pendency in courts that will increase the pendency. I think this will rest with the governance and the administration part to look into the issues and not directly go to the courts. I think first these issues should be addressed at the administration and the governance level. So in that case, this can be resolved.
Some thinking is required on that, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Achha, nobody talks about Vishakha guidelines these days. Has it become obsolete, or there is some other reason that Vishakha guidelines, we don't quote this anymore? Or do you think we are still quoting Vishakha guidelines? Vishakha guidelines old, no? 1997 or something.
So I don't think it has become obsolete.
Okay, obsolete.
Obsolete
Mhm.
because there are also issues nowadays also for sexual harassment at workplace
Mhm.
for women. So I think
That's the sexual harassments are there, but we are not referring them back to Vishakha guideline. We are referring perhaps to something else. What is that something else?
sorry sir.
Actually, after some time they made a act. So all Vishakha guidelines have come into some act. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Swati Sharma.
Yes, sir.
Swati, what is the meaning of Swati?
So it is basically a nakshatra according to Hindu mythology that is associated with goddess Durga.
Who is the lord of Swati? Nakshatra?
So goddess Durga.
Durga. Okay. You are from Madhya Pradesh
Yes, sir.
and Jabalpur.
Yes, sir.
Tell me something about Jabalpur.
Sir, Jabalpur is the second most populous district of Madhya Pradesh, and also it has the highest literacy rate according to 2011 census of Madhya Pradesh. And Jabalpur has defense establishments in form of gun carriage factory and vehicle factory, which produces vehicles and various defense equipments for the army. And third, it has various tourism destinations also. One is the Dhuandhar waterfall on Narmada river. It has limestone and marble rocks. Yes,
Okay. How many national parks are there in Madhya Pradesh?
11.
Can you name few?
Yes, sir. So Kanha National Park, first one, it is the largest national park and the oldest national park of Madhya Pradesh. Second is the Bandhavgarh National Park. Third is the Kuno Palpur National Park, which has recently witnessed the cheetah reintroduction program. Fourth is the Satpura National Park is also there. Fifth is the Fossil National Park. And sixth,
Where it is located?
Fossil National Park. It's in Dhar.
Or in Jabalpur?
No, sir, it's in Dhar.
Dhar. Okay.
And there is a Pench National Park. Another one is Sanjay Gandhi Dubri National Park also there.
Which district?
It's in
Sindhi.
Singrauli or
Sindhi.
Sindhi.
Okay.
Yes, in with Chhattisgarh border.
Right. Okay. What is the difference between primitive tribe and normal scheduled tribe?
So the basic difference comes from the geographical isolation and their backwardness. Primitive tribes are more backward and geographically isolated, and still they practice agriculture, other economic activities using primitive tools, and there a level of hesitation and shyness to interact with the general population. So that is the basic difference between.
Can you name some primitive tribe of Madhya Pradesh near Jabalpur?
So there are three. Begas is the nearest to Jabalpur. They are found in the eastern part. And second is the Saharias that are found in the Shivpuri and Gwalior area. And third is the Baharias, third primitive type of Madhya Pradesh.
Okay. What are the important flora and fauna of Madhya Pradesh?
So fauna is first one, the tigers. Madhya Pradesh has the highest tiger population in the state.
Right.
Second one is swamp deer. Third one is cheetahs that are recently relocated. Fourth one is leopard, is also found in Madhya Pradesh. And with fauna, first one is the white lily. Second, teak forest and also there. And Tendu forest, minor forest produce of tribal, that are there. Sal forest are
Okay,
there.
you mentioned about minor forest produce. Please tell 5 minor forest produce.
So first one is Tendu leaves, which
Right.
are used for beedi making. Second one is Mahua.
Okay.
So third is Lak.
Okay. Yes. 2 more. Because MP is very important source of minor forest produce.
Sorry,
Okay.
sir.
Yesterday, some very big decisions were taken by the Union Cabinet regarding energy. tell me something about it?
So Union Cabinet has approved the National Green Energy Mission with funding of 19,744 crore
Green
rupees.
energy or something?
Green hydrogen energy,
Hydrogen,
sorry. It's a
yes.
green hydrogen
Mm,
energy
mm.
mission with an outlay of 19,744 crore to boost the renewable energy sector and also decarbonize various sectors to achieve the goal of greenhouse emission reduction and being energy independent in that context.
So that will save how much, fossil fuel import, some money will also be saved. Can you tell how much money will be saved every year by this? Okay. Have you heard about vibrant villages?
Yes, a Vibrant Village program. Yes, sir.
What is this?
So, Vibrant Village program was announced in the last year budget, which provided for development of border villages to
Right.
provide them more connectivity and also to boost the security of the country.
What is the benefit of it?
So, by Vibrant Village program, first thing is we will will end the alienation that the border villages and their people face, and will integrate them towards the development of the country and for the betterment. Second is in the internal security domain, that with interacting them we would be more easily guard the borders and prevent the intrusions that happen. Third, building a harmonious relationship with the border security force and the villages. Harmony and social behavior can be maintained. So in that
How many
context-
villages has been selected? Any idea?
No, sir.
How many states are participating in this program?
So basically there are northeastern villages first in program.
Okay, my last question is, please tell important rivers of Madhya Pradesh.
So first one is the Narmada river, which is the longest river
Where it originates?
in Amarkantak. Second is Chambal. Third one is Betwa. Fourth is Kane. Fifth is Hiran, which is a tributary of Narmada river. Tapti river is there.
Where from it originates? Tapti?
It also originates from Amarkantak.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Are you guessing?
No, sir. It
It's
originates
from Baitul. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Swati, your interview with us is over.
Okay.
Kindly wait outside for a few minutes. We'll call you back for feedback.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.